the back of the room. She stood up. She was all the way in the back. She stood up to her full height, and she was tall and statuesque, and she looked like a mixed race queen. She was beautiful, and she had great dignity, and she didn't even look at me. And she walked out to the front of the class and stood right next to me and looked at those boys. And she took out a piece of paper and she read it. My father says I'm useless. He ought to know. My father says I'm worthless. He ought to know. My father says I'm hopeless. He ought to know. I hear his footsteps echo in the corridors of juvenile hall. I hear his voice echo. I'm here to pick up my daughter. I hear his voice echo. Why can't you behave? I hear my own voice echo. Take a good look at me, Dad, 'cause I'm the bitch that you made. And those boys stood up and they applauded her. Then she sat in a chair and pulled the chair next to me. The boy, leaning against the wall, walked over to me. And he looked down at me and he said, I like your attitude. Then he pulled up a chair and sat down next to me. I said, all I want to know, everybody, is your story. We're going to write a song. Before I leave here today, we are going to have a song. Songs are just stories. You both just told a story. You all have a story. Everybody's got a story. Did anybody here ever see the movie Training Day? Yes. Yeah. Everybody had seen it. You know, the movie with Denzel Washington and Ethan Hawke. I asked the kids, what was that movie about? One of the boys said, that's not a movie, that's my life. I said, yeah, it's your life. I said, but when you live that life, you get a one-way ticket to Palookaville.